Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So I got into a really good part in Honkai last night, so I went back and played through the part that we played on stream. I think it was like day before yesterday or something like that. Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. Anyway, so the part that we played right before the server went down, and um, I got through that, and that quest was a little bit boring in my opinion. It was just like Sunday, uh, just I don't know, uh, like being like, oh, I need to say goodbye for a really prolonged amount of time for some reason. So I don't know. Good morning, Retro. We're up so early. I got up early to play Honkai. Um, so I ended up getting to the part where it starts Fugue's her like what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I can't think. I haven't had any caffeine yet, so I need you guys to bear with me. Um Fugue's like storyline. So right after the stuff with Sunday, well ends up, and I'm sorry I didn't get this recorded, but it was like late at night and I didn't expect for this to take this turn the way it did. But Welt finds Sunday and he's like, well, I gotta come here and we gotta, see about the other teammates. And so they go together and they like meet up with March. And so I'm doing a really, really nice lemon lemon Earl Grey tea this morning. It smells so good. It's not even done brewing. I'm actually halfway through my breakfast. So while we're playing Honkai this morning, I'm gonna be stealing bites of food. So if you see my avatar mouth moving and I'm not talking, it's because I'm secretly munching on food. But now it's not a secret because I told you I was gonna do it. um, but so we go and meet up with March, and for some reason Fugue not Fugue Tingyu is on Penacony, and she was like this like silly thing happened, and she was like fragmented into like 25 different Tingyus, and we had to like put her back together, and there was like some weirdness with that, and then like that's kind of like where you get the first glimpse of Fugue. And then like when that happened, I was like, okay, I have to stop. If we're gonna be trusted with secrets, I know I'm gonna secretly eat breakfast, but actually I'm gonna tell everybody about it. Shy Lily eats on stream all the time. Nobody like turns off, it seems. So I think maybe it might be okay. I don't know. I gotta do human stuff. So anyway, I thought this was an exciting point in the game, and so then I stopped, and then I was like, I have to schedule a stream for tomorrow morning and play more of this. Let me get my good morning post in the chat. There we go. Stevie, hello. I am very excited about Star Rail. So here, let me pin this. And I pulled Fugue. I haven't even added her to a team yet. But I did that. I pulled her. And now we're gonna do her story today. I know. Yeah, I'm excited. And then after that, like I think the uh the Paean of Aranova, like that stuff's live now, right? So we should be able to just do a few quests and I think we'll be able to go there. I think. I don't actually know for sure, but I think that's how it's going. Oh, how to move me to the other screen. This one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I am very excited about this. Doing dishes in the morning time? That's so responsible. Some mornings I do dishes. Sometimes I try to like clean up the kitchen as much as I can while coffee is brewing. Alright, are you guys ready for this? This better not be running updates a lot, because I just did all this last night. Okay. I actually did clear space off of my computer because I had a bunch of videos that I had, like, edited and stuff, and they were still lingering on here, and I had to, like, I had to take them off to get this update on. Here we go. Alright, should I make myself a little bit smaller? Is this fine? I'm probably not covering up the screen too much. Every time I see this opening screen, like, it makes me feel happy. Here we go!
Nice.
Oh, thank you for letting me know on the pronunciation. I actually haven't heard it pronounced yet, so I actually wasn't sure how to say it. So it's Fugue. Is that right? It's a musical term. That's so fitting for Penacony.
Nice.
Okay. So I actually backed out of the quest that I was in, and then it just put me here. And I don't even know. And now we have, like, the entry to a divergent universe. Weird. Okay. So I was kind of thinking... Yeah, I think we can swap out Pele for Fugue in
Benefactor, let me
in
lend
this
you a
lineup.
hand.
I think this will work out pretty nicely. Maybe. I don't know. We're gonna try it out though. You hear me munching? Sorry. I've only got a few bites left. Well, of the toast anyway. I'm eating peanut butter toast. I have a piece of peanut butter toast and some pineapple for breakfast. Oh, so Fugue? I'm getting schooled in the art of culture right now. So I don't eat a ton of bread. So the only bread that I actually eat, because I'm a little bit bougie when it comes to bread, is the bakery, like fresh like sourdough bread, like this stuff that comes pre-sliced. It was really good. Or I usually eat it as a sandwich. Okay, so it's fugue. Fugue. I was adding like extra syllables. Okay, I should probably mute this. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is the one that we want to do. So we want to continue this. It'll probably reset it. That's okay. Yeah, so, okay, so what happened was we put Ting Yu back together. And then it just, like, dropped her into this corridor. Nice. And then it switched to us, and now we're just here. And we don't, like, I don't even know where this is. It's very strange. Here, you guys want to hear a tea pour? I made some tea in I have a French press that makes like 2 cups. And it's the coolest thing. Yeah. Did you hear it? Just imagine a nice steamy cup of tea. It is delicious. You got the Herda? Congratulations. Okay, let's get going on this. I don't have a ton of time.
So familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
So I think I'll only be able to play until like noon-ish. This feels like we're back on the space station, huh?
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
Totally imagined tea. It's happening. It's in real life.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
This is so exciting because I was very, very disappointed when we lost Tiyu at the battle at the Shinjo. And I was like, man, this is really a bummer because I really liked her and she is so cute. I was compelled to get her because the writers added a reference to one of my favorite books as part of her character. Really? Which book was it?
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am?
Oh, that's her. Yeah, the Herta character looks really cool.
Can they not hear me?
This is weird, she's kind of like stuck between worlds or something.
This girl is...
I am familiar with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If we're talking live action movies, the newer one, that had oh gosh, is that guy that's like a famous like British actor. He also played in The Hobbit. That's one of my favorite films of all time. It's like pretty cheesy, but I really, really love it so much. Charlotte's Web is your favorite book? Oh, Charlotte's Web was like such like an adorable thing. That cartoon made me sad, like when all of her like children fly off. But they do leave 3 behind. But it made me feel bad for the short lifespan of spiders. Oh gosh, we got lots of reading. Oh, okay. Though extremely rare, the observed subject has started to provide short answers for some simple questions, even though her cognition is still in a chaotic state. From what has been observed so far, she is not incapable of composing long and complex sentences. However, unbearably intense pain would immediately attack her with high frequency, enough to interrupt her thoughts or even render her temporarily unconscious. And this part's crossed out, but we're going to read it anyway. The relevant information should be delivered to Madame Runma? I don't know. Sorry. For her to decide whether the observed subject's senses should be temporarily numbered before conducting questioning. Correction. We have temporarily blocked the subject's various senses and are trying as much as we can to alleviate their pain. No further questioning will be made until the body's repair has made some progress. Until then, this is the record of the questions that the observed subject has already answered. Number 1, what is your name? The subject replied within 3 seconds, Tingyun. What did you encounter? The observed subject spends a Sorry. I just woke up. Talking is hard. The observed subject spent a substantial period of time in rumination before suffering from intense pain and losing their consciousness. After being questioned 4 times, it can be confirmed that the observed subject knows about the related details, but struggles to elucidate that knowledge during the limited periods of coherence. All right.
Tingyun. What a familiar name. Do I know
A rip mama spider.
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. Who's talking to me?
Oh man. She really got herself into it, didn't she?
These are...
Those are baddies.
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
Oh.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars? wait!
Oh, he said we can't fight it.
Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before,
Oh, why do we still have Paean
You're
in here? I
not
thought we
alone.
switched this. Maybe we can't.
like
now.
fire until everything burns to ashes!
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Backup dancers.
Eternal sleep is not a dead return!
Fight to live! I will claim victory for myself. Set the seas aflame!
Dreams do come true.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
Oh my gosh.
I will
Enemy
claim
data
victory
secure.
for myself.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Leave the big horse guy.
The mood is set. Let the show begin! Take your positions. Let's improvise.
Commencing support.
Receive divinity. Support. Repay. Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Enemy targets detected. Ready for another?
Join the battle.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Being sick sucks. Oh, are you sick? I am like, I feel better, like a lot better today, but like last week I had like, I think it was allergies. Because we had a cold front come through.
Sam, awaiting orders.
And so we've been running the heater a lot since then, and so it was like pretty congested, but I feel like almost back to normal today. That reminds me, I ordered groceries this morning and I totally did not get, I was supposed to get an air filter and I forgot to do it.
Nothing major.
Like fire until everything burns to ashes!
You're having throat problems? That's been like my issue too, because so I've been congested like in my nose and like sinuses, but then it makes my throat scratchy, so that I've been like coughing because my throat is scratchy, so it makes like the like cough
Firefly
reflex
type
happen.
4. Awaiting orders.
It's not been very fun.
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
That was it. That was pretty easy.
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them?
She did say we can't fight them all, right? Because they're a part of us.
The ones from before weren't defeated either.
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can.
Oh.
You can fall into the darkness, and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh. No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
This is really
Close,
weird.
but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand.
I don't either.
You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
Oh.
And that doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side.
Oh man. This is like, I'm really glad that I waited to like instead of playing this last night. Interesting, I paired these two characters on a team naturally without even realizing there's a story connection. Oh yeah, that's good character design. It if you just naturally paired them together. This is really intriguing. They did not explain why she was on Panicani, like, at all. But if she's, like, wandering spirit, that does kind of make sense, so she could just be, like, multiple places. I don't know. It doesn't make sense why she's wherever she's at right now, either, like, why her body is here. Because she just disappeared after that Shinjo fight. I have so many questions.
Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment, and it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
Aw. What about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
Dude, this is a really good point, Stevie. Like, it does, like, there's all of these different, like, realms of reality. And, like, I feel like this game just recently just flipped everything on its head for me. Where I'm like, wait, what? Like, especially, like, after going through Pedicati, like, that was such a trip. And now this, and then, oh, so I was looking at, like, what the next, area is gonna be, and that is, like, the, like, memo keeper kind of stuff, so I feel like that one is, like, yeah, the I am real question is going to, probably come into play quite a bit, I think. Speed question, Kafka or Himiko? Whew, that is a tough one, but probably Himiko, because Himiko is a coffee enjoyer like myself, and I really relate to her. She's only slightly more gorgeous than Kafka though, because Kafka is just oozing with attractiveness. So it's the coffee thing that really does it though. That's what sets them apart for me.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain.
Yeah, I don't have Kafka yet either. I think I did get to borrow her though, and she is really awesome to play with. So I think team-wise, if we're talking about purely battle and not aesthetics and coffee enthusiasm, I would probably go with Kafka. Just based on my, like, memories of, like, borrowing her from other players when I could, and because she was very fun to play with.
Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life.
I wish that I had played Honkai Impact Third, because I heard that there is a lot of crossovers. And when I first heard that, like, they were gonna bring, or when I think it was when I first, like, lost Tingyun, and my son was like, yeah, but from what Honkai Impact taught him was that like the characters never really die. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes me feel really hopeful. And now here we are.
To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail.
My tail?
You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction.
I just got, well, I have not built him up and put him on a team yet. But I think I was pulling for like Jin Yuan or somebody like that, and then I like pulled him. And so I was like, okay, well, that's, you know, it's one that I didn't have. And so I'm always like happy to get one that I didn't have, even if it wasn't the one that I was like rolling for. Characters are either brought back to life or reincarnated into a different game. That's like, I feel like that's so fun. Like as a now Hoyo fan, I consider myself to be a Hoyo fan.
With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Like, it was fun to see the name Bellabog when we started playing Zenless, and I was like, I know that one.
Who?
Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you.
How did she know?
You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
At this point, past events revealed by the tuning. Okay. I can never read all of that. I wish they'd let you, like, click on that when you're done reading it. Okay, so this is where we left off, like last night. I was trying to get through this, like, Sunday thing. And we ended up, like, meeting up with Tingyu and Penacony.
Are you alright?
That must be why Tingyu was here, because, Ron Mei, like, sent her here to meet up with us so we can take her home. That's kind of, like, I feel like this is coming together a little bit for me now. So yeah, he tried to do a tuning on Tingyun to, like, bring all of her pieces back together, because there's, like, 25 of her, like, standing around her here. And, when he did that, like, he got, like, a vision and heard a voice, and then he, like, told Sunday that it almost killed him, but I'm like, okay. The Hoyoverse is interesting in the crossovers. Both Sparkle, Star Rail, and Fishy Genshin have shown up in Honkai Impact 3rd, I believe. Yeah, that is interesting. I think like that's cool. It's kind of like a Marvel universe in that way, right? Like, cause like they have like tons of characters like that too. And it's like they do crossovers all the time. I like that they like have fun with their IP like that. Billabog Ongo Bongo. And of course, seeing the Traveler's wing glider on her to space station. Oh, was that like, I was wondering about some of that stuff because I didn't know, like, when I first started playing that there would be like references to past games like that. And so like after that knowledge was brought to me, then I was like, oh, like now when I see stuff like that where I'm like not familiar with it, but I'm like, is this like a Easter egg from something else? But and then I think about that, I'm like, I bet Honkai Impact fans will understand. You know, like
Did I pass out?
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's all right. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Well, I guess he got her all back
So glad
together.
again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Tingyun is resolved, are we meeting your other 2 companions next?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
Huh? But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
Okay. We better hurry then.
Well, alright. Yeah, she was all back together. Well,
Shall we keep going then? Did you forget already? Miss Tingyun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
no. Also, walking around a city is not what I'd want to be doing after I, like, almost died. I want to just, like, lay around in my hotel room.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time. So we better not drag our feet.
Okay. What do you want? A baseball bat? Okay. We've arrived at our destination.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Give us all your souvenirs.
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the dreamscape, So I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Why, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead, browse all you like.
First we have Lady Fuxuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
We're gonna go with the clocky eye mask.
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
How did she know?
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that.
Oh, I missed your earlier message about the herd. I'm sorry. She has an effect that stacks on enemies. And the max stack limit for the effect is 42. Oh yeah, 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Next is General Jing Yuan.
That is a very special number. I'd like to send him a division of elite fighters. Or maybe a dream joy memory film. Well, he kind of needs to relax, huh? He has to do a lot of important stuff.
Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement.
Hamster ball night hair clip. Wings accessories. We should get her soul glad syrup because she's always hungry.
That's a good idea. It might be commonplace, but it's still the specialty of Penacony. It would make for an ideal gift to bring home.
So now you know where my interest in the Herta started. Yeah, that I kind of want her now, knowing that she has Taisu.
That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me.
Into that story. That's super cool.
Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere. But Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself? That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
Alright, well bye lady. Thanks for souvenirs. We'll just take her up here.
This is a good spot.
There's like hardly any there's no privacy here. Hardly any comfortable places to sit. I feel like we should just take her back to the train.
Miss
If I were her, I'd be
Yoon,
exhausted.
what's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
It was love at first sight. I was like, look at those floofy ears and tail. Oh my gosh.
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he shouted.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it.
I didn't realize that she was replaced like that early on. I thought it happened like during the battle, like right then, like just all of a sudden she's like, you know, I'm not me. And then like all hell breaks loose.
That's what I've been puzzled about too.
But I guess that was just the reveal.
I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Tingyun, if you recall?
She was mysterious.
That's just the nature of the Foxians. It's widely known that mystery is the key to our allure. So, what did she seem like to you?
Do we go with the potential emanator of the destruction? Alright, I'm sorry guys, sometimes I like to go with the more ridiculous answers.
Oh, is that a compliment? I'm not sure if I'm deserving of that title.
Sure you are.
Was there anything particularly memorable? I don't know. March decided to not say she was bossy, did she? We'll say that she was smart.
That's true. I'd love to learn how you do it.
Now the final question.
And why do they always give you a troll option? It's for the lulz, it's gotta be. Because I think some of these, like, it doesn't really matter what you answer. So, like, it's just funny to, like, pick the ridiculous answer and then the character just kind of glazes over it. Like, I don't know. It's silly.
In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
No, she seems a little more, like, a little more, like, reserved, I would say.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Oh, Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
True.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself.
One of your friends always picks the troll option when possible. They're too tempting sometimes because they're just like too funny.
I regret missing out on your Sanjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Phantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well.
Oh, Tingyu's mad.
But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you.
Aww. Aww.
That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly.
It's not the destination, but the friends we made along the way.
We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you.
Oh. Aww. This is so sweet. Man, I don't know what to tell her if she's welcome or if it's time to like how she sees herself. Because she does seem a bit attached to like how she was when Philanthia had a hold of her. This is a little bit of a troll answer too, obviously. But I don't know. We're not gonna go with a bit confused. That's totally a March answer. Yeah, let's rebuild now.
Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on.
Good, good.
And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Ting-Yoon, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm him.
We'll see. I just hope the Ting-Yoon in your memories won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore. All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Well, alright. Okay, what time is it? Alright, we've got about
Nice.
50 minutes left. Let's make the most of it. Okay, we need one of these.
Welcome to the Dreamscape Sales Store. Dr. Edward at your service.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
Just a friendly reminder. Being too picky won't help you find the best dreams. Just to dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfectly. The story unfolds in the Shinjo Alliance, where a young swordmaster strives to become the sword champion. However, his junior Foxian sword just turns 100, puts him in a tough spot.
This sounds perfect.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
Oh, I totally would have picked that one back.
I love customers like you. So easy to work.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors.
No.
After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh.
Wow. That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared for you. Thank you for your business.
Oh, since I mentioned Marvel before, how familiar am I? Not super familiar. I probably just know like a little bit of the gist, but not too much. What happened with Ting Yun is a lot like happened with the scrolls in the Marvel universe. I'm not familiar with that. I've watched some of the Marvel movies, and like you know, I'm kind of familiar with like some of the characters, but I haven't like read like comic books and stuff like that. What happened with the scrolls in the Marvel universe?
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to head back?
Let's be on our way. Okay. Where are we going? Oh, we're going back in here. Okay.
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting Yun to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
I know, we were only vacationing with her for like 5 minutes. Well, it was an hour, I guess. Hello. You're back.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back.
The scroll race are shapeshifters and are part of their intel gathering and battle strategy. A scroll operative can basically step in and perfectly replace someone. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, that is really similar.
Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived yet?
Yeah, huh. We've been chatting for a while. Turns out she's an old acquaintance of yours.
Long time no see, everyone.
It's Yukong.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times.
So, I don't know how you guys felt about doing, like, was it the Madame Yukong and, like, her daughter, that whole, like, quest line where her daughter, like, wanted to fly a skiff, but, like, well, it was Madame Yukong, right? Where she was like, oh, but my BFF, like, totally died from doing that, so I don't want you to do it. And then there was this whole, like, edgy teenager, like, rebellion arc. That was my least favorite quest line of the whole game. I couldn't wait for that to be over because it was just like, just let her do what she wants. Shut up and let her do what she wants. It drives me crazy when, like, parents try to vicariously live through their children or, like, try to like just being controlling like that, even if it is for emotional reasons. Like your children grow up to be their own people. You should let them be your own people. But anyway, yeah. I just needed to get a little bit of that off my chest.
I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was unnecessary. Ting-Yun, I'm here to take you home.
Oh, am I talking? You two must have a lot to catch up on. After being apart for so long, we'll give you some space.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
I bet they've missed her, like, a lot. They were pretty upset, like, when she was gone.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing? Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Oh. Tingyu, do you want to stay with us on the train? We can share rooms. The most emotional story in Marvel, like this, was when a Skrull operative basically replaced a hero's girlfriend wife for actual years. Oh my gosh, that would be pretty devastating. Because yeah, what a mental like like a mind fuck that would be.
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron May, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me? It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
That's so perceptive. She's very smart.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Take advantage of the situation? What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General, and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
When Ron May visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, This could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
Does Yukon just do this with everybody and not just her daughter? She just like asks them the same question over and over again until they just give her the answer that she wants.
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
Is that...
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories.
Okay, wait, so did they not put her back together? Maybe they couldn't. Oh my gosh. After the scroll was revealed, the hero had to admit that he was probably in love with the scroll and accepted her in her real form. Oh, that's wild. I don't think I could do something like that because there's just like such a huge layer of betrayal there. If somebody's been lying to you like that for years about who they really are, I don't know if I could get past it. Like I would think about it all the time. Like it would eat at me, I think. Like what else are they lying about?
And one of them hasn't returned to me because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse.
Aw.
Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but for a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
Aw, look at young Tingyu. She's so cute. So carefree.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
This flight was a turning point in my life.
Yeah, it's an interesting philosophical question, and that was something cool about the older world of Marvel Comics. They explored some dark and personal subjects, not just throw hands. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what makes for like good storytelling, right? Like it's action sequences like interwoven with like, you know, some thought-provoking elements.
The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles.
Good for you.
But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. But Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox, not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So now I'll become a cunning speck of dust and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
Wait, this is why my allergies have been acting up. It's Tingyung dust. Confirmed. A moment of silence lingers after that departure is often indistinguishable from parting. Yet they are fortunate enough to... blah, blah. But luck never seems to favor everyone. That's true. Meanwhile, at Dream's Edge...
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables, so it shouldn't matter if we add another.
Oh, it's Firefly.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I made a video on the second channel a little while ago when I was playing through the Firefly story, and she walks you out to like where his like quote unquote her house, and she like takes you to this like really nice view of the city. I really loved that scene, and so I made like an ambient video of it.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Oh no, this isn't Firefly, it's Miss Robin. She's standing in like a similar spot.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
You good? Alright, let's do this.
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
To use plan is invading and irritating a god's nose. Yeah. Do we get to solve that puzzle also? Oh, well, the birds are down here. I loved collecting these little birds. That was so fun. Aww. They were so cute. Okay.
I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
It's nice to meet you, miss. May I know your name?
She looks a little bit sad.
My name is 1 Week. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You all are the reason the Dreamscape has been able to recover from this crisis.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I am taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax. Ideally somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here.
Okay, this does look really, really similar to the place that Firefly took me. I really love this part of the game where, like, you get these really nice views of the city. So I feel like city views are like, I don't know, just being able to stand out and look across a lot of this. It's like looking out across like there's a lot of possibilities and a lot of stories. I guess this is a dream, so it's not an actual city. Yeah. But it's pretty cool though.
I know these stars only exist in the dream, but...
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
You're very philosophical, Miss 1 Week. You remind me of someone I know. Do you work nearby?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good choice. You can see all of Penacony from here. Distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course. You don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge, after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters.
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy.
What makes you feel this way? Is it because the sky is so far away, or because it's the unknown?
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what Penacony's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin.
You're too kind. I'll be fine. The disaster was unexpected, but because of it, I was able to witness many pasts and think about many futures. My only real regret is that I left some things unsaid.
Did the person you wanted to say them to leave?
Yes. He left in such a hurry that I didn't even get the chance to say goodbye.
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say.
Aww.
But don't you think we should put in some effort when we want to encourage someone?
If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage?
It's someone who experienced failure recently and is about to embark on a long journey.
There are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Robin.
But he's different. He's stronger than most ordinary people, but because of it, people have this misconception. They think that when he falls, he will stand back up faster than anyone else.
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not. Because before he stands up again, he will hesitate and agonize for ages over whether that is the right course of action.
Oh, Sunday's an overthinker. Relatable. Are you guys ready for another team pour? Oh, that's some cozy ASMR, huh?
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
You may be right. But I still hope that he'll never change.
Oh my gosh, so I think that Retro he was saying that he wanted a compilation of me reading Bangbu language, and I had this idea of doing of doing Bangbu ASMR. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it. It'll be really silly, but it'll probably be good. So it'd be like me reading Bangbu language, but I want it because I was thinking if I go back and do clips, there's background music and stuff in all of that wouldn't quite line up, and there's not a way for me to separate that out. So I was thinking I could like, I guess sort of like reread. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to put it together over the next few weeks.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be. He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed, but I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line, but now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path, even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar into the sky together, because I know we'll reunite one day, up there in the clouds.
Aww.
I hope so.
Miss 1 week, may I ask a favor? There's a jigsaw here I'd like to finish before I leave.
Oh man, I've been wondering about that puzzle since we got over here. That sounds like a fun idea. Yeah, I think it'll be like a silly ASMR, but I think people will enjoy it.
If I have a Dreamweaver's help, maybe I'll be able to fill in the missing pieces.
A dream jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best.
Don't worry if you can't find them. Just think of it as us taking a walk together.
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Thank you anyway. I expect the first jigsaw piece will be a part of the starry sky.
Oh, it's gonna be the bird.
As for the other piece, I hope it will symbolize wings.
Okay. Can we do it? Why isn't it? Oh, or do we have to find the pieces first? Maybe. Oh yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. Yeah. This one.
It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
Oh yeah, if you're enjoying today's stream, please don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. We would love to have you back. And if you've been lurking and haven't chatted yet, feel free to drop an emote if you don't know what to say, or just say hello. We would love to hear from you.
Is this...
A scrawled note was left here. May your sky be forever radiant. Chat, may your sky be forever radiant.
It seems familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape.
Do you guys think that she knows who she's talking to and she's just playing it off?
The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers?
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two. It's a pair of broken wings.
We should keep looking.
It's okay. Let's use this one.
Just as before, a note was placed carefully next to the puzzle, like someone got here a step earlier. May your stage be forever lustrous. One more thing. Staying fit is important, but don't forget to eat well too. Oh, that's such good advice. Speaking of being fit, since I've been so congested, I haven't exercised in a few days, and I absolutely must go in about 15 minutes so that I have time to get a workout in before my day job stuff starts.
We have enough. Let's go back.
And I hope all of you have some time to get in some exercise today. All right, let's do it. Okay. This one goes here, and that goes there. And this goes here, that goes there. And this one goes right here. We didn't have to turn any of these. There we go. It's the bird.
It's done. Have a look.
Yeah, I think her last line did imply that. I feel like he knows that she knows, but like they're not gonna say because then like she doesn't want to put him, or they don't want to put each other in danger. The painting feels like a blessing and also seems to mirror someone's resolve. Even when the broken wings no longer belong to the sky, the direction in which they fall will still be towards the stars. Aww.
Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize.
Aww.
But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
Oh, she looks so sad.
You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end. Maybe I'm stronger than you think. You must try to relax on your long journey. Brother.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. But why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want, but I can't? I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret.
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have one last stop. But before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
Was Sunday gonna apply for the job?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is the natural course of action?
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path, and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars.
Wait, sorry, but I rate that goodbye only a 5 out of 10. Yeah, it was a little weak. I really wish there had been, like, you know, a hug. And I don't know why it needs to be goodbye forever, but, you know, I guess for drama purposes.
In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious to me. This is my way of the Trailblaze, and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past, the same way you're doing right here, right now.
Oh man, that's a relatable statement.
There was never a third person with us, was there?
Oh, you're speaking in Welt's voice? That makes that even funnier. I feel like Welt kind of thinks he should have taken the chance and, like, revealed himself to, like, give her a proper goodbye. It kind of seems like that to me, like he's a little bit disappointed that he didn't.
I told you he'd find out.
I should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes. Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow in this farewell performance.
All right. Oh man, we gotta do a battle. After all that has happened in the Grand Theater. We could probably do this now. What is it? It's like 11:56. Can we put her in there?
Benefactor, let me lend you a hand.
We haven't got to play with her yet.
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry. I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here, and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Let's enjoy one last farewell smackdown. Yeah.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. In order to flap my own wings and soar again. I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance.
What?
The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony. It's been missing since the moment we reunited.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
This feels like the lyrics to one of your favorite songs from Rush, Prime Mover.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family. Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and, for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
Is that also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
There are two pairing lyrics. The point of departure is not to return, and the point of the journey is not to arrive. Oh, okay.
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting-Yun also divided my fragile self into two.
That is so weird.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint.
Oh man, I've been wondering about that since the beginning of this questline, but I played that part like quite a while ago. But I was like, because he also looks like the watchmaker as a child, so I had wondered. But I was like, what? He's not. So I was thinking that he must, like, represent one of the characters, like, as a child. So this is making sense. It's all coming
Maybe
together.
if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form.
No.
And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good.
Aw.
That's why I said this was the last stop.
We'll miss you 1 week.
Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated.
Well, it's a pretty good guy for, like, standing by him through all of this.
Begin?
I don't really think anybody else would. Like, I mean, maybe his sister, but... I feel like anybody else in Petticoni would just, like... They would just lock him up. And not let him do any of this. Which I feel like will make him a better person, maybe in the long run. I wanna believe that he's on, like, the Reformation arc or something.
Anticipating this possibility. You've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all.
Penacony did a really good job at presenting these, like, anti-heroes. Because I kind of, like, I felt the same way about Adventurine, where, like, Adventurine was a villain, but I also really liked him and I wanted him to, like, be redeemed in the end. This is also very thematically similar to some of the Persona series of games, facing down and coming to terms with your shadow self. Yeah, that's kind of an age-old thing. You know, like, and you kind of, when you admit to yourself that you have those, like, unfavorable parts of yourself, but you can then, like, you can work on them, and that's where like, personal growth happens.
I'm about to embark on an unknown journey, where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad.
That's true.
Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite?
He's so surprised. I love this.
I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs.
Aww.
Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall.
Oh man, what is that saying? Like like a strong tree bends in the wind, but like a weak tree will like, that's like really rigid, will like snap in the wind and break. It's something like that.
But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you.
Let's get to it. I'm excited to see what goes on here.
What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip?
Yeah. Take a chance.
This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler?
Yeah, Stevie, you're right. Like, balance is the key.
Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate, and see if I can embrace all that I detest.
You're back, and why are there two of them? So apparently there was like a laughing prank that had split Tingyun up into several pieces. That same thing also split Sunday up into two pieces, so we're kind of looking at like his how should we say, like his light and dark self, or his like good and bad side, sort of. Not like necessarily that cut and dry, but he was split into this like two factions of himself. So now he's going to do a tuning on himself to merge everything back together, and this will be like what he does before he like completely parts Penacony. At least I think that's what's going on. But basically one is Sunday, and then one is 1 week, who was the little kid. But the little kid is actually like just a representation of what Sunday could be, so he's kind of like Sunday as a kid. I hope I'm explaining this okay. I hope it makes sense.
Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
That's kind of the cool thing about failure, is like there's merit in trying. And if you fail, in a lot of cases, like, you're no better off than you were before, right? So like you're usually still like with a lot of things, you're still at like the starting point, unless it's something like, you know, making a permanent choice, like quitting a job, you know, and just hoping that the universe throws out a safety net. But yeah, I guess you don't really gain anything unless you try. You're confused, Richard? You might have to go back and watch the VOD on this one. Kind of a lot happened. It is an interesting philosophical interpretation between like Eastern and Western world, heaven and hell. Yeah, they really like paired up a lot of those like philosophical elements. I really love where this is going. The whole storyline for Penacony has been really amazing. It's been my favorite one so far. I'm very excited to see like what happens with the next area, because they really like, I think with each new area that we go into with Honkai Star Rail, like the stories have been like woven together in like a better and better way, and this one took so many different like twists and turns that I just was not expecting.
Falling is just another name for flying.
Here we go.
That's why
we
I
should walk
rejoice
with
at
you,
my
huh?
broken wings. Step into
Or
the
no,
mortal
this is
world
actually
to see how it truly is. Then be born as a human.
Fugue. I
and
have to
die
pronounce
as
her
one.
name correctly. Fugue. I have to like practice not saying
And
it
with my
wrong.
last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter.
All right.
It's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future. I don't have much to say. But, as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice.
Out with it.
When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time.
Good advice.
Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all. No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. There will always be people who are sad.
Sunday has put so much weight on himself, like trying to, like he never, like, it just feels like he never wanted his sister to feel any sort of like negative emotions, and did a lot to kind of, I don't know, just like create like a euphoria or a utopia. But that's like kind of unattainable. And I also feel like it, without like knowing like sadness or anger or like loneliness, like without knowing what those emotions are, like you can't really, you don't have as much appreciation maybe for like the happiness and contentment and those types of moments that happen in your life. This is really hitting all the right strings on this. Like this is good. It's really good storytelling here. I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm glad I got up early this morning just for this.
Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
One must first step back onto the stage.
Oh shit.
as expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself.
Oh my god.
These dissonant sounds are much too harsh. Let the show begin!
Okay. I think we need to like probably get these things instead of hitting him directly.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Like, I'm so everything first.
That's what we had to do last time.
Take your positions. way. Follow the stars.
I'll see you off.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return! Disorderly noise!
Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Backup dancers. Oh, let's give her a support. Let's see what this does. I heard she works really good with Firefly.
Nothing major. You chose the wrong enemy. Enjoy eternal peace.
Let's improvise.
No holding back. Cloud scattered.
Join the battle.
Oh shit, I have like... Oh, I don't know if we're gonna... I don't know if we're gonna make it through this. The robot doesn't help your sickness a lot. My cough hurts way less now.
Don't miss the best.
Yeah, I've been drinking like tons of tea. Like warm tea helps. And then like lots of steam. So I've been like taking more showers than usual. So, like get the steam in there.
Dreams do come true.
Receive divinity. Support.
Oh, there we go.
Repay.
Maybe we'll be okay as long as Lauch is healing. Well, hopefully.
Dream vanished. Dreams of a past blood.
There we go.
Let us dance once more.
Yeah.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
It's fine.
Alright, that was kind of cool. I'm gonna heal people.
1,000 thanks, benefactor.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
Nice.
Initiate cleanup.
Stay in step.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes! This is more than a battle.
Let's actually go in the middle right here. Yes!
Have we met?
Yes! That is exactly what we needed. Okay. I think he's probably gonna go into a phase 2. We are...
Time has come. Let it be revealed.
Alright, we're doing good, we're doing good.
Inevitable for me.
Okay. Let's go again.
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
This is a good lineup for
Mood
this,
is
I
set.
think.
Just let the show
Check it out.
begin.
Alright, man, maybe we should just use Firefly to hit for me.
No holding back.
Let's do support on you.
Disorderly noise.
Oh, jeez.
Report received. Good tidings.
Still the same.
Attack detected.
I'll see you off.
Let's restore you.
Receive divinity.
Great teamwork.
Repent.
And
Eternal
not just
sleep
gonna-
is the dead return.
he does.
Step in position.
Okay.
Have we met? Dream vanished. Dreams of a past life. Let us dance once more.
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
Join the battle.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Okay. I've only got him down to like 96, so I'm gonna concentrate on these things a little bit more. So which one's coming up next? Is it this one? Oh no, it's...
Sam, awaiting orders.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes! Firefly Type 4 in position. Fight till land!
There we go. Alright, now we're down to 80%. Making some progress.
Cloud scatter.
Take your positions.
Firefly Type 4 in position. Fight till land!
Nice.
Let's improvise.
Attack detected.
Here we go.
Bloom. Eternal sleep. The dead return. Disorderly noise.
The mood is set. Just let the
Nice.
show
We're down to
begin.
64% now. Alright, let's get some more support.
Stay in step.
Dreams of a past. Let us dance once more.
Get him. She's good. I like her.
You chose the wrong enemy.
No holding back.
Alright, I'm gonna do her
Dream
block here.
Step in position.
Like firefly until everything burns to ashes!
Enjoy eternal peace.
Take your positions. Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
The show begin.
Fight till land!
Disorderly noise.
Alright, down to 31. We're getting there.
Detected.
What does April recommend for nasal congestion?
Have we met?
I use the store brand of like Flonase. And also cuz that like is good for like making those nasal
Things
passages
can
open
never
up
go back
back
to how
up.
they used to be.
But also some good old-fashioned oh, what is it called? Like the 4-hour Sudafed, the stuff that you have to get directly from the pharmacy. Don't take this at night because it'll make it difficult for you to sleep. But it really helps like dry everything up. Even if you have allergies, I found that that stuff is better for when I'm like really congested. It will clear stuff up even better than like all of the like where like the Allegra and all of those kind of medicines. They don't really do much for me.
Cloud scatter.
I'll see you off.
Dreams do come true.
I will claim victory for myself.
The mix of serious and silly in this game, facing down a god with such operatic music, and the first thing I see is the main character dancing with the cartoon clock. Yeah, it's great. It's really great.
Awaiting orders.
Alright. 17%, 16% chat. We're getting there. 15? Yeah.
Dreams of a past life. Let us dance once more.
2%. She's so good. Holy shit. I think we can just attack like the main boss for the remainder of this. Louch is gonna clean house right now. You're done. You're done. This is the power of early morning lemon Earl Grey, peanut butter toast, and fresh pineapple. Oh, bye-bye. Oh.
On this 8th day, I grant myself departure.
He got his like crown back. I thought he wasn't gonna have it.
Well, how should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. One Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron, and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival, and you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved. Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One. In the worst-case scenario, if Xipe turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up? Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive, and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have.
I cannot believe we went through yet another fight. We've had like 3 really big fights here. It just keeps going. I thought we were done with Penacony.
If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true nameless, I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need, more than asceticism, is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
Sure. Why the heck not? Sometime later.
So this is why I brought him here. Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
But if you didn't support this idea, you wouldn't have brought him back. It's true. Well, I trust your judgment. If someone is willing to join us on our journey, the Express will be open to them. But this time is a bit different. Before making any decisions, April Naders, that's me. I want to hear what you think. Oh geez, do I have to hear everybody's opinion? Me? In this battle, you were the one who directly confronted him. Your opinions hold the most weight.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
I think his desire to always be in control is kind of waning. I don't know. I guess he's noble. Lots of people have made poor choices in the name of good intentions. It happens. You're a noble person. I can't deny that you always have compassion in your heart, even though we may view things differently. That's a very, very true statement. Would have some hope in humanity. He does rely on himself to fix things too much. Oh no, opinions woes me. Maybe you're too pessimistic about humanity, but the Trailblaze isn't like that. We had to learn to have faith before embarking on this path. You must do the same. Oh, look at me teaching freaking lessons. We can be friends. I like it when new people come aboard the Express, so I want everybody to hang out with us. Nothing is for certain anyway. An enemy yesterday may be a friend today. People change. He can join the Astral Express crew. Finally, I'm no longer the newbie. Maybe we should hear everyone's opinion. I don't want to hear everybody's opinion. I won't accept this no matter what is said. Yeah, this is fine. Welcome aboard, explorer.
Well, you did get nerfed after turning into a good guy. So I guess I'm okay too.
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes, it'll be farewell.
March told him he got nerfed. That's so good.
Until then, rest assured that I will do my best to fulfill my duty as your companion.
Looks like we've come to a decision. Remember to keep the conductor in the loop, too. Yeah, where is the little fellow?
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for our next warp jump.
Yeah, but let me try contacting Madame Herta again before we set off. She helped us look into Amphorius. Even though nothing new came up, I should at least let her know we're leaving.
Try?
I tried contacting the space station several times, but I never got any response. Maybe there's a problem with the interastral network. It shouldn't be anything to worry about. What could happen on the Genius's home turf? Even the Antimatter Legion wouldn't stand a chance. I mean, did we forget about the very beginning of the game? For all we know, Madame Herta could be making a move again. March thinking in video game terms, a boss is always incredibly powerful and then is always much less so when they join the party. Yeah, like, I like how she's like forever the gamer girl.
No, we're still not quite there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. We got new music.
Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice.
Oh, that hurt us.
You must also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves. So-called magic has its own set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So...
No?
All-seeing presence. I ask you this. What is divinity?
Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Holy shit. We might have to play some more tomorrow. I don't know. Let me see how I feel after work tonight. And I'll get something scheduled later if I have the energy. That was freaking awesome. Thank you guys so much for being up early with me. And I have got to go. But I will see you in the next stream. Yeah. Happy adventures, Trailblazers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Oh. I can do this. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you all have a really good day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Nice.
I'll put a little goodbye in the chat. All right. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.